Now, find a new rival.
I play Psalmist in the game. The best Psalmist in the nation. I'm the only one who still competes in tournaments with Psalmist. A lot of people play it, but they just don't know how to play her right.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I think.
My name is Hugo Gonzalez, and I'm a professional Super Smash Bros. Player, streamer. I've been playing since mid-2004, so what is that, 14 years? The alias HUGS it's not even a big story. It was in high school, and my name is Hugo, so people just call me different iterations of my name. So like Hugs, Huggles, Huggies, whatever. And so like I just picked HUGS. It was like I was a nobody, so I didn't really care about what my name was. I was just like, people could call me HUGS, whatever. I just left it alone. Initially, it was like Huge Ho. I'm like, it's kind of lame, so I went with something lamer, I guess, and I went with HUGS. But it's
reach old age.
I made the final decision to transition to a competitive player. I was at work in downtown LA at about like 2:30 a.m. getting grilled by my manager because I missed one number out of like 70 pages on some financial statement. I was just like a number off, and he was like practically cursing at me, and I just started laughing because I just found out that one of my friends or one of my peers had just gotten sponsored to do this, essentially getting a monthly salary to do this. I'm like, I could do the same thing. Like, I'm as good as these guys. I could do it myself, and I'm here just getting yelled at by some dude in downtown LA at 2:30 a.m. Of course I'm gonna miss a fucking number. It's 2:30 a.m. So then I go to my car to get out and go home, and the garage got locked down at 12 a.m. So I had no way to go home. I had to call my brother to wake up at 4 a.m., pick me up. I got home by 5:30. I was back at work by 7. And I was getting yelled at before I even got into the office. So after all that, I was like, I don't have to be here. I could do something else that I love way more. It wasn't easy because I knew there was a lot of risk involved. It was easy in the sense that I knew it's what I wanted to do. The problem was when I ended up quitting that job, I saved no money. I didn't have another job lined up, so I knew it'd be a struggle, but I know me, and I know that when I need to get something done, I'll find a way. And as long as I actually care about this thing, then I'm gonna make it happen, right? I'm not gonna give up on something I've been doing for so long. So my current ranking as of the end of 2017, for the year of 2017, is 23rd in the world. I'd say right now, after the kind of year I've had so far in 2018, I'm probably 16th in the world, 17th in the world. And what does it mean to me? Kind of look at it like this. A lot of players, they try to be all like woke, and then they're like, your ranking doesn't matter. All that matters is how good you are and how you improve. I'm like, fuck that. Like when you got a job and you get a job interview, that's what your raise depends on. That's how people, keep their eye on you or whatever, right? If you get a good review, then your career improves. And I understand that that's the way it works with rankings. If I'm top 10 in the world at a certain point, then my career is just going to be that much better. I'm going to get flown out to more things. My sponsor is going to pay me more money. More people are going to be watching my stream. All of that just flows in with your number. So it matters. So I care about it a lot, and it kind of tells me how I'm doing. And to be top anything, to be 23rd in the world is just the craziest thing in the world to me, because there's a lot of people in this world who play this game. My family's been supportive, especially when I ended up wanting to quit my old job. But I'd say, obviously, easily the most supportive person ever was my brother, Gabe, who I grew up playing this game with. He shows up to the big tournaments with me. He'll sometimes take his shirt off and find 4 other people to write HUGS on their chests, to support me and things like that. So he's all over it. Watched me after every tournament, win or loss. He'll message me and say some words like, dude, you played sick. or fuck him up, or damn, it's all right, dude, you'll get him next time, whatever. Just every single time, and it's like I never forget. Maybe I don't always turn it into like a huge conversation, but it means a lot to me every time I know he's watching. My stream is one of my biggest sources of revenue. I have a pretty loyal following on Twitch, where I stream pretty much every day that I'm at home when I'm not traveling. So I'd say about like 4 to 5 times a week. But when I'm traveling, it ends up being like 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah, and I'll have anywhere from, it could range from like 200 viewers to over 1,000 viewers at a time that just watch me. And a lot of times I'm playing games, but most of the time I'm just saying nonsense. It's just stupid shit that I'm saying, just conversation that they end up liking. But yeah, it's a group of people who support me. They pay a subscription fee every month to just support, and that's what helps me out with my revenue, you know, things like that. So it's been amazing. I love it. It's not a part of the job that I thought I would have when I was like 18 playing this game, but it's at no kind of detriment to my enjoyment of what I do. Like, it's actually so much fun to just, who doesn't want to just, it's like going on a date where they're actually literally interested in everything you have to say. That is great. It's like anytime I have something I want to talk about, I can just go on stream and I can just talk about it. I kind of picked up on that after working at the job I was at, where I knew that if I wanted to leave, I needed to build up my stream. But I'd get so tired of coming home and just streaming that it felt like a job. So one day I just decided I'm just going to go home and crack a beer and just say whatever the hell I want. And it just kind of picked up. And it kind of works more like a podcast than like a typical stream. Guys, yeah, I've never read the Bible. I had like the kids version of the Bible that just had the really cool stories, like that dude that like Noah who gets eaten by the whale. Like, that shit was hype. So I've been involved since the middle of 2004, and my involvement is player, content creator, and in some ways like a figurehead, where like I decide on rules for tournaments, or I help decide on that. Sometimes I decide on where tournaments should be held or when it should be held, like different things like that. Like, people come to me for that kind of advice, but there are other people who do that way more prominently than I do. But mostly I'm a player and content creator, because I get to, in a lot of ways, influence how the community stays alive, you know, which is a big concern for me, not just because I love the community, but also because it's my job to keep this going. So everything I do is with the intention of fostering growth for the community and keeping it going. Even things down to like how players or people are harassed in the community, right? Like if there's a woman entering a tournament and she feels uncomfortable, like it's my job to make sure that kind of shit doesn't happen, because it's good for her growth. Same thing with newcomers who are like coming into this for their first time, and then people are treating them like shit. Like, that's not okay. Like, different things like that are definitely things that I and other players have to concern ourselves with, because our community can't be shitty. Like, we gotta have something good here.
When I came into the game, one of the first people that really draw some sort of attraction to what I wanted to be in Smash was HUGS. And, you know, there's always that cliche of, oh, I'm a dog kid. You know, he's a dog kid. I'm most certainly a dog kid, and I do that with pride. I'll say that with pride. Hugo means a lot to me, actually, as a Smasher. He means a lot to me as a person that has a lot of passion for the game. Not only does he have a lot of passion for the game, but you can see that he's constantly trying to dig deeper into his mental game, his mentality. He digs deep. And as the person that he is, I have so much respect for that, because I feel like there aren't a lot of people like him that give that to the community. So HUGS has definitely a special place in my heart. And if there's anything that I would like to see in myself, it's to have a level of competitive mindset that HUGS has in his play. So I'm humbled to say that Hugo's part of our scene.
I know that I got a community that supports me. I got fans that support me. I know I got other outlets to just showcase my personality, or just be involved with the game in some kind of way. So I know I'm gonna be okay, and my goal in life is just to never have to go back to what I was doing. Just do what I want to do.
Hugo's in. What do you do? I guess Hugo's just got to play it out.
Yeah,
he's got to lead.
play it out. Oh, but the percent.
Oh.
Rocky.
Oh, no. But Hugo, he
serious?
doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's the top 8. My man is happy.
Wow.
He made it.
The cup off is most definitely definitely well deserved.
Yeah, man. Hugs are top 8.